Great. Thank you so much. Well, I was just introduced. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Alpana Sagwal. As the one who was introducing me, thank you so much. I handle post-sales marketing activities for Springer Nature. It's been 4+ years with Springer now, and I'm really enjoying it every day, to be frank. Uh, First of all, a big thank you for giving us this opportunity to present an overview of Springer Nature to all of you here today. And big congratulations to the entire organizing committee who has put up together this 12th International Hybrid Conference on the recent advances in information technology. I was checking the agenda which my colleague sent me yesterday and today. Amazing topics and very relevant. And so congratulations on that front. And I totally understand that amidst all those, interesting topics, a publisher presentation kinds of get a little boring because all we have to say here is about our products. But as much as, more than you, I would also like it not to be, 15 minutes that I have with you. I would like to not make it very boring. So I will start with my product presentation, and this is what I intend to speak today. Very brief about the products that we have, because Springer Nature is an established brand, and many of you are already aware of what products we have to offer. Apart from that, I would also like to talk about some initiative we took in the during the pandemic time and the current pandemic, because it's still going on, and some value-added services that we have to offer, which the research community can make full use of. So on that note, I would like to start, first very brief about what Springer Nature is. Most of you might, okay, I thought there was some disturbance. Most of you might be knowing that Springer Nature actually formed in 2015. So if I say actually in terms of years, it's just a 6 years old organization, because it formed with the merger of the giant publisher Springer and the Macmillan Nature publishing group. But if I talk about individual brands, there you see on the screen right now, these umbrella of brands, they have a legacy of 178 years in publishing, and they're all reputed brands. So when this merger of two giant publisher happened, all these brands came together in one umbrella. That is Springer Nature. So and we can now offer you content from all these respected brands, and with the mission and to opening doors to discovery. That's what we always say, because that's our mission, to bring open doors to the researchers, and by publishing really quality content in various areas. This slide actually shows the track record of 175, to be correct, I should say 178 years of innovation, and these are all the milestones that we have achieved. What I personally like on my side is the launch of the having more focus on OA now. So we are the pioneer in open access publishing also. And now we are coming with more and more of transformative agreement deals. We have one such deal in India as well with Manipal. So this is, we keep on doing such innovation time to time to keep actually for the benefit of the research community, I should say. And if I talk about 2020 highlights, because 2021 are still not yet out, the numbers, but I would like to share these numbers with you. What we did in 2020. So if I talk about journals, these are our product categories. If I talk about journals, so in 2020, we were able to work with over 1 million authors, and we published 370,000 articles in the total 3,000 journals that we have. Talking about books, we published 13,000 new books in that year, in last year. And we started, over 100, we published 100 new series of textbooks as well. And if I talk about our platforms, we had 1 billion plus downloads in 2020 from our platform, which is like SpringerLink, nature.com. And, every day there are like a lot of visits on our platform, 3 million visits, we can say, that happens on our platforms globally. Now, my idea of telling you all this is not to boost about the numbers and what we are doing actually, but, if you are connected with us as an author, and if you see the visibility our platforms get, so that's the kind of visibility you will also get when you are connected with us as an author. Similarly, on the other side, if you're a reader, so you can be rest assured that whatever you're reading is quality content, peer-reviewed content. Lastly, open access, as I was just telling, we are coming up with more and more national transformative agreements, because that's what we feel is the new era in publishing is transformative agreements, where you get the rights to read and publish simultaneously in open access. You get to publish open access, maybe in the hybrid journals or open access journals. That's what these transformative agreements are all about. Since we're talking about open access, I can say, as I was already talking about, that we are pioneer in open access publishing. Approximately the whole of content that we publish, 30% of our content is open access. And if I talk about, all the publishers together, so whatever is being published open access, 20% comes from Springer Nature. We are proud to publish, the number here for the third column here shows 1300 books, but believe me, it's more now. It is 1500 plus open access books that we have. And you can all go through our platform, Springer Link, that is link.springer.com, where you can download these open access books, read them just for free. All you need is an internet facility. That's all. So that's about open access. And now coming on to our research portfolio, that's where I thought that I'll talk about the products. So we have 4 categories wherein there are products and services. So one is journals. We have journals in Springer because, as I said in the beginning, there are a lot of brands that are connected with us. So we have Springer journals, we have Nature portfolio. Nature also offers us academic journals on nature.coms. Then we have ADIS journals, which are drug-based. Then we have Palgrave Macmillan because of the Nature Macmillan coming with us. And Palgrave is very strong in management. Then we have Scientific American, that's a magazine. Then we have an archive package of all these journals. So this is what we have to offer in journals. Coming on to ebooks, we have Springer, Palgrave Macmillan, A-Press ebooks, and wide range of ebooks models we have. Earlier, we used to just have collections, but seeing the need in the pandemic, we came up with many flexible models as well, which I think the sales can always talk about, and you can drop us a query always. So there are a lot of available models now for if any library wants to avail ebooks. And if I talk about the types of ebooks, we have references, textbook, monograph, and much more. And as similar to journals, we have an archive package of books as well. In fact, each and every book that's being published with Springer Nature is digitized. So that's a project started, I think, in 2006 or so. And even if the book is written in 1800s, even that book is the online version is available. Then we have databases. It's more for people who are working in the laboratories, the scientists, etc. We have ADIS Insight. We have Springer Nature Experiments, where we have protocols, methods, talking about the what procedures to be followed in the labs, etc. And lastly, we have Springer Materials, which talks about a lot of properties and how the different materials behave. It's a curated database. So that's what we have in products. If I talk about services, we have Nature Masterclasses, we have data services, we have partnered with AGE, then we have SN Insights, we have shared it, etc. All that is available for the research community. So this is in a nutshell our research portfolio. Very briefly, I'll cover the journals and the books. I'll try to touch base upon that. So as I was telling, we have 3,000 journals. So is it 2,900 journals are in English language, plus we have some German language titles as well. And out of this, 230 plus are from Springer Open Portfolio, which are totally open access. So these 3,000 journals are from 11 different subject areas covering all the disciplines, I should say, that is STM, Science, Technology, Medicine, and Humanities and Social Sciences. So high impact journals, and all these journals are available on link.springer.com, that is Springer Link. And I'm sorry, yeah. So this is what I was telling you, all these disciplines and subject areas. You can see here yourself. I don't think there is any subject area which is left out. We have content in all the areas. Should be relevant for if you're working in any discipline. Here, talking about these Springer journals, I thought it will be relevant for IGCAR also that I talk about this Material Research Society. This is the latest partnership that we have had. Starting this year, January 2021, we are the publishing partner for MRS journals as well, even their books. So these are the 5 journals plus archives. And now Springer Nature will be publishing these journals which are were published by MRS. And if I talk about Material Research Society, it is a 48 years old society which has been publishing research in material science, and these are the journals it has. So now, just giving you a little idea about these journals. So MRS Bulletin, Journals of Material Research, MRS Communications, MRS Advances, MRS Energy, Sustainability. Then all the online proceedings, the archive, all of that of the archive also. So it will be hosted now on link.springer.com. So that is something this partnership started in January 2021 this year. So this is now on link.springer.com with the Springer journals. I talked about nature also. So since nature is with us, so nature offers journals in two categories. One is the nature branded, and there's another one which is academic journals on nature.com. So when I say academic journals, it means that they're not starting with nature, not nature branded, but then they are also high quality. But these are the ones which we are publishing with the communities. There are 40 such subscription journals that are academic journals which we are publishing with established medical or scientific societies within the globe. And then our nature portfolio journals, which are nature branded. So nature portfolio journals, one is the flagship journal Nature, which is in the interdisciplinary sciences. It is the highest impact factor journal too. It's a weekly journal. And then we have nature original research journals, which are 35 in number, and 22 nature reviews journals. So this is the nature portfolio, nature branded journals that we have. And these journals are in all the areas like biomedical and life sciences, earth and environmental sciences, medicine and health, social sciences, chemistry. In fact, nature has this, we keep coming up with new launches every year. The management has decided to at least have 3 new launches so that, the researchers now get the nature experience, and the new upcoming research areas gets a home. So I'll just talk about the new launches also in a while. So this is what I was talking: nature journals, and nature review journals. Nature research are the original research that are published. Reviews are the reviews for the already established research. So talking about the new nature portfolio, in fact, from 2015, I can say, I think we have launched 23 or 24 new nature journals, and these are the list of journals in various areas which we have launched. So we also keep getting this, that like nature comes up with new journals always. So and you see the metrics of these journals are enchanting, because people actually look forward, the authors, they want to publish in these journals because, for example, nature plants, and then the new one, the nature food. And in 2022, what are we coming up with is nature synthesis, nature review psychology, nature cardiovascular research. So we have decided to actually come up with at least 3 journals, new journals in new areas every year. So that's what nature does. In terms of journals, this is what I wanted to talk about. Now coming on to ebooks and not boring you much. Well, we are the largest ebook publisher. If I talk about the numbers, we have 265,000 ebooks total, which are hosted on the same
Miss
platform.
Alpana, you have to conclude in few minutes.
Sure, sure. So we have 265,000 ebooks, and if I talk about the areas where we cover it. So in journals, I was talking about, we have 11 subject collections, but we are more in ebooks. We have 21 subject collections. If I show you here, so 11 subject collections in STM and 10 in HSS. So if you talk about a discipline, and we have a book collection ready for you. And I don't have to vouch for the quality of ebooks that we publish. But one thing I would like to tell, yes, we also have a DRM-free policy, no concurrent users, accessible. Then we have an EPUB format. We have digitized versions. All that is available with us because there is a mammoth, and the journals and books platforms are the same. That is link.springer.com. We also measure the impact of books by various criteria, metrics like citations, metrics on the mentions on the alt metric, social media, then downloads, etc. So that is all about the the products that we have. Thank you so much for patiently listening me. Very quickly, I'll talk about the initiatives that we took in the pandemic. So last year when the pandemic broke, the world changed and still changing. And what changes that I'm sitting at my home talking to all of you. But yes, what we did as a responsible publisher, we tried to make whatever content was being published on COVID. We cooperated with the, we worked with the government, etc., to try to make all of that content to all the research community freely available. We have a dedicated page on our website where all this COVID-related content is published. Special support was given to medical professionals for training articles on COVID, etc. The Springer protocols on coronavirus were made absolutely free. It is still there. It is free on our platforms, on the Springer protocol platform. Then we enhanced our remote access support. We had a special support for supporting for the preprint, etc., for our editors and peer reviewers. For teachers and students, there was an initiative taken by which we made 500 textbooks absolutely free. And we had a mammoth number of downloads happening that happened last year for those 500 textbooks. So that's what we did, and it's since once downloaded, it will always be there with you. So those 500 textbooks were downloaded heavily across the globe, and even in India, they were downloaded very, very heavily. So this is what I was talking about, a full-fledged page on our website about coronavirus, etc. So this is more or less my last slide. I was telling you, rather than just telling you the products, I would also like to talk about the value-added services. So one thing is I've seen a lot of I try to conduct a lot of author workshops wherein we bring the editorial staff to talk about how to write a paper and how to publish or what to do post publications, etc. So one query which keeps coming, sometimes the researcher doesn't know which right journal for my research. So we have come up with Springer Nature Journal Suggest. All you have to, it's a very, very simple software to use. All you have to do is just to put some keywords of your research that you're doing. It will give you a list of journals that and then it gives you a lot of other methods also which you can use. Then you have shared it. It is a content sharing initiative by Springer Nature, the second one, wherein even if your institute doesn't have a subscription, still you can actually share. You can read the HTML article published. And then we have transfer test to handle rejections, so that it's very sad when rejections happen. So this we came up with transfer test that we help you getting that manuscript transfer to another journal without spending the whole time that the reviewer have taken initially. Then we have recently partnered with ResearchGate, because that's from which all the research community comes very often. All our journals from Springer and Nature are now syndicated to ResearchGate, and you can read them there. Then we have a lot of author tutorials, etc. And finally, we have Nature Masterclass, which are paid services, but then only the Nature editors come and talk about how to write for a Nature journal, Nature article. So that was a nutshell I had to talk about. So this is elaborated slides of the value-added services, which I will not talk. And this is the local Nature team. You all know Vinod and Rajneesh, and that is me. So thank you so very much for patiently listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Alpana Sagwal ji. You have come prepared for more half an hour talk, I think. So, just curious to know this Palgrave brand publishing. Is it a publishing house or what is it?
Yes, sir. So the Palgrave was a publisher, but then now it is part of the Macmillan. But now after the merger, they are now part of us. It's a brand, and they are only focusing on the management side of the business, management side of content.
Okay. Thank you very much.